Flushing the power steering fluid on a Mark 1 is a really important job. It will preserve the power steering system, and with the correct stuff, the steering might feel lighter. It might even preserve your rack for longer. Fingers crossed. I'm on the original rack and I've changed and flushed my power steering twice in the last 8 years. So this is how you do it. So the power steering, okay, it's a bit easier on this model because you've got the power steering pump at the front. You've got the big feed hose that comes in from the reservoir. This other pipe that goes into the reservoir, you can just pull it out off its grommets, just twist that in. Just held in with these 2 rubber grommets on that bracket. This other smaller pipe goes from the cooler, and that basically goes all the way back through a pipe here to the rack, okay? And then it goes all the way from the rack through that hardline pump, but it goes round this way. So the pump will put it through the hard line, down at the bottom there, over the top to the rack, then through another line to the cooler, through that hose back to the reservoir to be topped up into the pump. That's how it goes. Now what we're going to do, people do this wrong all the time. They suggest that what you've got to do is start the car. That's really risky. If you are not quick enough with this system that I'm going to explain, you will wreck the pump. The pump will run dry, and you've cost yourself a pump of which could be 80 to 120 pounds. You don't want to do that. You want to do it in a slow, controlled manner that gets rid of all the old fluid and replenishes with new fluid. And this is the fluid, Granville CHT fluid, CHF fluid, sorry. It's green, it's to spec. This is what you use. It's what I've used in mine, and I swear by it. It's not the red stuff. You can use automatic transmission fluid to top up the system. It's fine, but you want the green stuff. This is the stuff you use for this system, and it may even prevent leaks because there's a lot of conditioners in the system. So I'm just going to pop that in there. Wow, God, that's disgusting. That is disgusting. It is, isn't it?
That looks brown from here.
That is disgusting. Yeah, we want all this gone. Now, this is where we need, excuse me, this. Looks a bit weird, this, doesn't it? The neighbours think I've got a problem. This is a bit funny, this is.
Mr. Andrew?
Yeah.
Is it meant to be like that?
No. Oops.
To be that brown?
No. That is absolutely disgusting, and I reckon this is the original fluid. Most Mark 1s have got the original fluid still. That is vile. That's going to kill your steering rack. It's going to be no good for your pump. That is disgusting. There's more of it as well. Okay, right. I'll leave that to kill the nature. Yes, environmentally friendly, not. So, we have basically this reservoir, and I'll just pour the rest of the contents in here. Try and get it in. It's just to make it... There's nothing in there. It's virtually dry. There is a filter. There is a filter in there, but it's very hard to clean, I will tell you that. You can get these bottles genuine brand new with a new filter, but really you're not going to get any benefit from cleaning the filter that much. The filter would have to be pretty blocked for that to happen. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this pipe, which goes to the reservoir, and this will come off quite easily because they always do. There we go. Yeah, it will. And there we go, snap, and clean off. There we go. There's just remnants that might drip down there, sorry about that. Right, now that pipe, we are going to stick that pipe in this container. Okay, and we're going to just stick it down here and just wedge it in. Okay, it's not going anywhere, that. Now that, when you turn the steering, is going to fill that up. It's going to go from here down into there. Oh, we've got a problem, because as soon as you fill that up with new fluid, it's going to come out that end. Yes, well, what you're going to have to do is you're just going to have to block it up. So lots of roll and then you just bung this hole up as best as you possibly can. It's going to be a hard task, but you can do it. You're going to have to make it really, really small. So if you just twist it like that, and you just try and stuff it in. Take as much time as you want, because you don't want this going everywhere. It might leak a tiny bit. The point is, this will hold enough fluid in order to feed the system with new fluid while pushing out the old stuff that's stuck in here and then flushing through the new stuff. Okay, so the wheels are above the ground and Nick is turning the steering wheel. Go on, Nick. God, that bottle is filling up. The system is now filling that bottle, and I am replenishing it with new stuff. So new stuff's going in, the old stuff is coming back out. Okay, Nick, stop right there. Okay. Jesus Christ, that's bad. So you've got to keep rotating the steering left, right, very smoothly, okay, while topping up. Now this is the first bottle. That is utterly vile. Excuse me. It does make a mess, this job. Nick, what the heck has been in your system? Do you know, most Mark 1...
Check anyone.
Exactly. It looks like...
Vile.
That looks
like brake fluid, to be honest.
Yeah, it does. Looks like old brake fluid. Imagine, most Mark 1 owners have got that in their steering system.
No wonder the rack...
Yeah, I was going to say that. I've got a theory with Mark 1 steering racks that this cannot help. It's as simple as that. That's the first bottle. Okay, right. Let's go again. Yeah. I am topping up the system. Okay, right, off you go, mate. Starting to change colour, which is really good. Go on, mate. Right, turn the steering really vigorously now. Quick. Oh, yes. Go on, keep going. Oh, goodness me. Yeah, keep going. That's one bottle almost gone. Go on. It's still disgusting. Go for it again. Stop right there. This is ridiculous. There's hardly any colour change whatsoever. Maybe a fraction lighter, but that is appalling. Oh, right. Because this is going to be disposed of anyway. I want to know. Oh, goodness me, that is disgusting. Power steering fluid and coolant. This is my dirty bowl, so I don't care. That's going to be disposed of in some manner. Right. Let's go again. Okay, this is the second bottle. Go for it, mate. Yeah, go for it. Vigorously. Yeah, it's coming through again. Oh, it's changing colour. Yeah, we've got the good stuff coming through. Keep going, mate. It's good exercise for you, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Right, stop there. Probably end up using pretty much the whole 2 litres. Right, go for it. Okay, straighten. Okay, that's it. I think we have managed to get a lot more stuff out. I tell you what, this is going to need a couple of flushes. I reckon we leave it for today, but this will need a multiple flush. I don't know what the heck has been put in this system before, but goodness me, usually a bottle cures this, but we're almost there. That's enough. Make sure you got enough to top up, and yeah, there's enough to top up the rest. So 2 litre, well, almost a litre of this stuff. Well, that's 1 litre, that's 2 litres. 2 litres, and I'll tell you the result. That's a lot better. What was coming out of that pipe was a lot cleaner, but it's still...
It's lighter than
It's a bit like Coke now. It's acceptable now. But you're flushing an awful lot of rubbish out of that rack. Oh, goodness me. Right, so... this is going to need multiple flushes. Now, if you had more fluid, you could do that probably one more cycle, and that will be exactly as the colour of fluid that's going in. That's effectively what you're doing. In this case, Nick's car is more disgusting, but the amount of Mark 1s with racks that are covered in that kind of crap, Nick, this steering rack is going to be so good. You're going to love steering this car on the way home. Seriously, it will be much lighter. And that's be the other part of the process. But anyway, what we need to do now is get that pipe back on quickly while taking the old pipe back out. So we've got to do this very, very quickly. Go, 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 go. That's it. Just got to be quick. Take your tissue out the way and just give it a bit of a clean. That's it. Just get really dirty really quickly, but back on. Make sure it's on the rubber bungs. There we go. Just give it a bit of a clean. Bottle does get dirty rather quickly, and top up. So this is what I've got left. There we go, just about enough to top up. Now, topped up to the max. Now, what we're going to do now is you've got to bleed the system. There will be air in the system now. You've introduced air. So, please bleed the system, because you will find there will be some wayward, iffy issues with the hydraulic system. It won't be quite, it won't be efficient with air in the system. You'll be turning the wheel, and the steering wheels probably won't respond as quickly. Can go that way anyway. So, Nick,
yes,
go in the car, start it up, and cycle the steering side to side. That's all it takes. Okay. Oh, it's gone down a bit. Okay. Lovely. It dropped by quite a bit. Okay. Keep going, just a few times, nice and smoothly. And it hasn't dropped at all. Fantastic. And we've got a little bit of a swig left. Perfect, my friend. How does that actually feel?
I can do it with one finger.
You can do it. And beforehand, a hand. There you go. So, thick, sludgy power steering fluid down there. Yeah. I honestly believe half the stories of people saying that their steering is the Mark 1 Focus steering is really heavy. I think that's down to that. I honestly believe that if people change the fluid, then they wouldn't have any issues. I mean, there's probably still some remnants in the system. We'll probably have to go through another flush again, probably in about 6 months' time. We'll disturb it again, 6 months to a year, and that's it. And once you've bled it, once you've flushed it again, I don't think you'll have to look at it in many, many years. This is really a massive requirement, and already the proof of the pudding is from the horse's mouth. It's lighter, literally the horse's mouth.
Yeah.
So we've done one thing. We've had a couple of successes. So half a success with the fuel filter, power steering fluid much better, new clamps, just being aware about the thermostat housing in the long term. But there's one more job to improve. Well, what was that, Nick? Coil pack. Right, so we can compare the nice new clear fluid in there, and Nick's just pointed out the disgusting, well, yeah, rather disgusting brake fluid. Here we go. Oh, 1 minute. It says it's okay, it's not too bad, but it's getting there. The colour really does need changing, but it's suggesting that there isn't a massive amount of oh goodness me, water, which is what this detects. Right, I just want this completely out the way. Okay.
Didn't open that last time, did you?
There we go. No, not at all. Now, now what I'm going to do is just move this out the way. Now, you can just move this completely out the way. There we go. Done. It's just held on like that through the breather. Oh goodness me, what the heck?
Sand!
It's raining sand everywhere.
I don't even have sand near me.
Well, you've got the original gearbox mount. They do tend to go a bit funny, these, but that's really easy to do. We'll change that on another day, nevertheless. But anyway, this is not the original buoy guard. It's one of these cheap... No, I don't like these. These are the short-legged ones, these short-legged coil packs. I don't like them. Take that out, very easy. Now, the way of remembering this is quite simple. So, number one here, okay, this is for reference, so I might look back at this video. Number one is here. Number two is here. Number three is here. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. They work in diagonal.
Ah. 1, 4, 3, 2.
There you go. There you go.
Firing order.
There you go.
Plus there's little bits of marking on the plugs itself.
Absolutely. It does help as well when you've got the markings. Now,
oh, look what we got.
these.
Rusty.
Now these bolts are known to snap in here. One of my bolts has snapped in this block. This block is detachable because this hose goes into it. So there's a couple of bolts down there, but we don't want to be doing that. Now we've got a Torx T20. Right, so we have got a T25. This is a delicate job. Get it nice and square. There we go. That's gone. Great, fantastic. Now, because this has been changed before, I was going to say, because this has been changed before, these may not be that bad.
Famous last words.
Yes. Wait a minute. It's not even square, that. Make sure it's nice and flush. There we go. As long as you make sure it's nice and flush, these can come out quite nicely. There we go. Lovely. And the one down here, I think this is the one that snapped on me. It's in a deep dark corner that you can't really see, but if you can get it on. Whoops a daisy. Can't see.
Oh, God.
Do you know what I think? Someone's been in there before. Oh, not again. Honestly, today's just like, please. I've had enough of rounded rubbish. And that's going. That is literally starting to blooming round on me. Not again. Yeah, it looks like, actually,
Someone made a slit in that.
I think somebody... No, that's not right. If we put this in here... Oh, God, yeah. Right, okay. I'm going to get my impact tool out. Make sure that's right. You can see the conundrum after much cutting, we've managed to get the other bolts off, and honest to God, these bolts are horrible. We've managed to cut a slot in it. There we go, go. Done. You are out. You are out, boy.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
So,
Oh
so
my.
it's not just the head?
No, it's no, it's gone. Look, it's gone. Flipping heck. All for one bolt. This is again another story in the world of Mark 1 Focus. You think a job like changing a coil pack is simple. You're joking. These bolts are horribly thin and weak, and there we go. I mean, they do go deep, but you got the new one, buddy.
Yes, but I've lost the bolts.
You can't use these bolts. Oh, for God.
No, I've got them.
You've got them.
I've got them. I'm
Go
trying to make a smile out of things.
Yes, and this is definitely a quality part, the proper Bosch one. Bosch, make them for Ford. Yes, so basically the differences between the two, as we can deduce, same plug, 3-pin plug, same circle. You can't put a Mark II Focus one on because they've got a different plug socket. And you can see you've got the long-legged and the short. They're both the same height when they sit at the ground level, but these are stronger. These have got a much better heat sink. These are known to crack, including the original Ford ones. In fact, I'm not being funny, Nick. If we did a weight test on these, this feels much heavier than this. This is a cheap eBay Chinese rubbish. Absolute rubbish. Yeah, absolutely. Right, the bolts are here, and they are the long bolts. You can't use these short ones off the old one. Oh yeah, we can't use them, can we? You have to use the long ones, and you can't use the long ones if you're wanting to put one of them on. I don't know why you would. This is the better one. This is the uprated one. You've got all the parts numbers on here. You've got by the way, spark plug leads, we followed the square. So the first one there is the square. Number 1, 2, 3, 4. That's correct, isn't it? That is correct, yes. As it is.
Fire in order, 1, 3, 4, 2.
Yep, 1, 3, 4, 2, exactly. Right, let's get this whacked on. Shouldn't be too difficult. Right, now all these tend to go in rather easily. Now I would just nip them up, just a little bit more than hand tight, honestly, with a ratchet. But this bolt again, this is the one that snapped on mine, and I tell you what, that's not flush, and that is really stiff. I think certain threads that have been tapped into this car from the factory were really poor. Whoever tapped that thread got it wrong. It's the same person who, I think it's that one that always snaps. That one's fine, that one snaps. It's whatever robot tapped the thread on that didn't do a very good job on it, which is why they snap.
Can I correct you that?
Why?
It's that one.
Was it that one that snapped?
That one?
No.
Because it goes to here?
No. Nope. That was the one that came off. That's the one that snaps, because this cable can be refitted here.
Are you sure?
Because it's got enough cable. Yep.
All right, yeah.
It's that one that snaps. That one is fine. There's some things that I've noticed with Mark 1s over the years that it's not brilliant, I have to say. I'm noticing all sorts of stuff. I'll tell you what though, this car is going to run really nicely. New fuel filter, new coil pack, and I'm just going to... That's it. I'm not going to over tighten that one. Just nip them up. Yep. As soon as they go tight, that's it. That's not going anywhere now. It's as simple as that. Now, to be fair, all these spark plug leads, they'll kind of go back where they should. But if we want some assistance, so number 1, one, 2, there we go, 3 and 4. There we go, fantastic. All in order. And pop this plug back on. And this will be a little bit on the stiff side, just going back on. There we go. Oh. Sometimes it doesn't clip. There we go, all done. Fantastic.
This is going in the bin of shame. 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 Shame.
Yeah, apartment number 1,000,000. Look at this brand new bottle. Well done to you for buying that. How much was that?
That, the cap.
Genuine cap. Well done.
Yeah.
That's really important.
Thermostat.
Doesn't exactly match the car, does it? But it's really good. This is how you start off. Fantastic.
Thermostat housing.
Yeah. That's very different to the original. Where's the original? That's what's been supplied by Ford. So that's what Ford are supplying. That's very different, but it's genuine. That's rather interesting.
I hope it's genuine.
Interesting. Right. Just shut that on. As long as it screws on. I'll try not to get it dirty. It's very nice. There we go, nicely. Now just pop this pipe on. Okay, lovely. And just pop the 2 hoses back on. Okay. This looks amazing. In fact, this looks much better than the aftermarket ones that you buy. Now, do you know what? Should have bought a genuine one myself. Well, when my aftermarket one plays up, I'll certainly be getting something newer. There we go. I'll put the bolts on, I'll put the clamps on, then we'll fill up, and then that's that. Right. Absolutely. Right, coolant has been filled up, and that is slap bang in the middle. Slap bang in the middle now.
Good.
Yeah, it's got to the middle. That's fantastic. Right, we'll just check everything to make sure there's no leaks at the front. These trims are consigned to history. They really are. Excuse me. Is this stuck on? No, it isn't.
That should be the split one.
Yes. Yeah, it is. Lovely. And we've got some new trims in the back. Now these are aftermarket trims. Ooh la la! Ooh. Yes, these are absolutely fantastic. They're not. They are aftermarket ones. They're not genuine Ford, hence there's no Ford insignia in the middle. But it doesn't matter because, do you know what? They're not too bad. I've heard of stories where they can actually last quite nicely. Just got to be very careful of these clips. But oh yeah, these look absolutely $1 million. Now, sometimes you can put a bit of silicone on them, but overall, you got the notch, obviously, for the valve, and just, well, how nice was that? We are going to have to do a couple of cable time, but that will not come off. That's quite firm, but we will cable tie that before you go. Yeah. And yeah, well, we'll put the rest on. Well, kind of the bin of shame, but we're not going to keep these, are they? They're absolutely, they're cracked beyond belief. Okay, we've got 2 out on this side. Not a problem. Thank you very much, buddy. Just a little 220. It's lovely simple. Absolutely. Now this might be a bit stiff. There we go. Lovely. Just be careful of the washer pipe, because that is a vulnerable thing to breaking off, believe you me. There we go. Lovely. So we've got 2 blown ones. Yep, that's blown, and yep. Alright, just check that it works. Yay! All firing on all cylinders, all 5 absolutely working. Perfect. Right. We're going to end here today because we've had a couple of successes and a bit of a stop-start with the thermostat housing. Didn't really want to disturb it, but at least we've got a new fuel filter. We'll get a better one with a bracket in the long run, but that's perfectly secure from what I can see. Actually, I'll just put a couple of cable ties just to keep it nice and stiff, but should be all right. That will definitely help. Power steering flush, so you know how to do that now. Really nice and simple. And now Nick has got some light steering, which he's never experienced in a Mark 1, and that's the pleasure of that's going to be a massive benefit to you driving in the future.
It'll be like city mode.
Yeah, completely. So you're not struggling no more. No. Fresh coolant, new bottle, new cap, and a new coil pack. So might have a bit more power. So we're going to, fingers crossed on that one. You definitely will. And yeah, this is the ups and downs of owning a Mark 1. You're going to encounter things like bolts that someone's had a go at and started rounding, and then you discover that you've got to finish the job by cutting the bastard off. Anyway, it's usual, isn't it? Exactly. I'm so tired. We've almost lost the light. Anyway, you take care, guys. We'll see you very soon.
Bye-bye.
Right, one satisfied customer. We've just taken it for a drive and the coolant has settled rather nicely. No leaks. Power steering, nice and light. No real difference with the coil pack. No real difference in performance, but it's nice to know that that's been sorted. But anyhow, yeah, that's all good and looking good with the new trims. This car is getting better and better, and just what a difference a few things makes to how a Mark 1 drives. Anyway, you take care, guys. See you very soon. Say bye, Nick.
Adios, my friends.